My name is Fiawna, and today I'm going to discuss with you distractions and how to not be overcome with distractions. But before we get distracted, we're going to talk about our homework from last video, which was to write our goals out. We separated our goals from 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years. The way I wrote my goals is I wanted to incorporate all 3 areas of my life I wanted to succeed in, which were socially, spiritually, and career-wise. So my 1 week goal is make a new friend, let them know about Christ, ask somebody if they know anyone who wants to sell or buy a home, and plan a future event or a date with them. My 1 month goal is bring someone to church or a fellowship event, list a friend's home on the market to sell, and learn something new with a friend, like how to make a scrapbook or garden. 1 year is have put up 8 houses for sale and found 8 people houses, so that's 16 transactions. I have evangelized by leading someone to Christ, and by 1 year I want to have also made a true friend for life and a sister and brother in Christ. 5 years, by now I want to be a very experienced realtor who has found new, innovative, and traditional ways to give back to my church, family, and to those in need of Christ and the less fortunate. 10 years from now, seems like a long time, but I know it's not, because it'll be here sooner than I know it. It is establish what I stand for, my beliefs, my business, and my personal life. And I want it to become an empowering force in someone's life. I want people to say, wow, look what Fiawna has been blessed with. That's truly a miracle. It could happen to me. It could happen to anyone. If they keep faith, and if they keep faith, they will succeed. And that's basically what this video is about, keeping faith. And how I'm going to do it is by keeping organized, writing in my journal daily, prayer, keeping positive, fighting through fear, and not getting distracted. Which leads us to today's topic, which is distractions. Don't wait to start succeeding. And these could be all different types of distractions. You could be going through a messy divorce. You could be, you could have lost a loved one. You could have lost a house, a car. You could have, a doctor said you're sick. So there's all different types of distractions. And my whole thing is trying to share with you how to stay focused on God and not let those distractions get in the way of you succeeding. So there are 2 Bible verses that I think are pretty awesome, and I hope you do too. And that's Proverbs 16:3, which is, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Keep focused. It'll happen. Luke 21:34 through 36. This is a 2-part verse. It talks about what happens when you don't do what you're supposed to do, when you're unfocused, and what happens when you are focused. And here it is, Luke 21:34 through 36. But watch yourselves, lest your hearts and be weighed down with dissipation and drunkenness and cares of this life, and that day come upon you suddenly like a trap. For it will come upon all who dwell on the face of the whole earth. But stay awake at all times, praying that you may have strength to escape all these things that are going to take place and to stand before the Son of Man. It's pretty powerful. And what should we do to stay focused? And the first thing we should do is pray. Read scriptures. Pray. Read scriptures. That's the most important thing that you need to do, is prayer and reading scriptures. And well, let's go through the second thing, is to get a daily task planner that has the hours written out. Like from 8 to 9 you're going to be doing this, 9 to 10 you're going to be doing this, 11 through 12 you're going to be doing that. So that even though you should be praying throughout the day, you're going to have a set time where you're going to also, get into prayer mode and also reflect on things you want to reflect on. But it's not good to let these distractions get in the way of everything. So set some time aside for reflection. And like I said, pray always, pray anytime, pray whenever. Prayer is the most important. So Bernice Ross has also suggested some things that we could do when we are reflecting, and that is completely describe the challenge you're facing in writing. We've all talked about the importance of writing in the last video, but a difficult situation is like a continuous loop that keeps going around and around your head, so it's important to write, and it lets you break the ceaseless pattern of self-talk. Number 2 is to write down as many solutions as possible, no matter how ridiculous. Let's say you lost a car. When you're writing all those solutions, don't be afraid to write some silly ones, like, I'm going to get there to work by riding my son's little tricycle. Hey, later when you overcome your obstacle, you can look back on it and laugh. Number 3 is pick the best solution and identify one action and step you could take. So instead of getting angry, go through the list and identify the one alternative that you believe will achieve the best results. And number 4, when you face the worst, go ahead and think about some funny times or good times you had with a difficult situation, such as you lost a car. Think about the time when your car took you to Mexico and how great a time you had, and that little car was great on gas. Or you could talk about maybe if your loved one is sick, you could think about all the great times you had with your loved one and just fill your heart with joy. And just not the sadness about them, but also the joyful times you had with them. Set a date and time to take the step. You're now ready to set a specific date and time that you will take your first action and step. In most cases, the sooner you take the step, the better. But, it's case by case. So, according to what's happening, you base the steps you need to take with that. And number 6 is toss your troubles in the trunk. I'm going to say the tuck, in the trunk. So, when you write out all of these things and what's going on, when you're ready to go on that appointment, or when you're ready to work towards your goal and you're doing your task for the day, take that paper or take it and put it somewhere, like the trunk of your car, or put it somewhere, and it'll be there when you want to go back to it. But you have to separate yourself from it temporarily and do the things you need to do in order to succeed. So that's what we say when we say toss your troubles in the trunk. So thank you, Bernice Ross, for those tips. And this is not the last thing you should do. This is one of the things that you need to do, is to talk with your church family or whoever is whoever is appointed to discuss these matters with you. So again, talk with your church family. Our assignment for next week is to go back to your goals and write out how you're going to accomplish them. And also, if you are going through any big obstacles right now, go ahead and pray about it, read scriptures, do the reflection, and most importantly, pray about it. I can't stress how important prayer is. So remember to message me with any tips or anything that you want to share, your journey, and I'll see you next video. Bye.